come say your name and what you found. Yeah.
Amen. My name is Akin. I went with Akin, aka for those. I went with a sister called Nano. I think she's from Baptist Church on Westgate Road. And we only spoke to 2 people in an hour. I mean, one would think by the number, we didn't do much, but it was a glorious experience for me.
Wow.
Because I think before today I've been a bit hesitant because of the type of people I would meet. I was afraid that I would meet someone who would have intellectual arguments that I might not be able to answer. And that was the exact type of person I met today. The first person we met, she said she believes she'll go to heaven, and because she's a good person and she doesn't hurt people. But I just said to her, at the end of the day, we just want you to know about Jesus, because he says he's the only way, the truth, and the life. Yes. And no one can come to the Father in heaven except through him. And we asked if she wanted to say the prayer with us. She said no. We said fine, we have your name, we'll keep praying for you, and you'll come to the knowledge of Jesus. And then the second person we met, so it was, as soon as he saw the pamphlet, he saw that it was a Christian pamphlet. He said, well, there's no point stopping with me because I'm an atheist. You're not going to be able to convert me. I said, that's fine, absolutely fine. I just wanted you to know that God loves you. He said he doesn't believe that, at all. And I said, why is that? He said, because there is no evidence. I said, but I am an evidence, I'm a witness.
God
loves you, because I've experienced Jesus and I've experienced him in my heart. And then he started to go on and on, that makes no sense. And he started to talk about the morality of God, that he made so many arguments. And like I said, that has always been my fear, so to say, because I always want to win arguments, my natural self.
Yes.
But then the more he kept going, I just kept smiling and looking at him. And then even got to a point, he kept talking about, he asked questions like, why were women created with the sort of pelvis they have? Because it always means they will have to experience pain at childbirth. He asked about children cancer, that if God is a moral God, why would such a thing happen? And I didn't exactly have an answer to all of that. I just kept smiling, and he said, okay, maybe next time, because that actually sounded like if he said next time I should go and find out the answers to those questions before I go out again, because he sees that I'm
intimidate.
Yeah, I'm trying to obviously do a good thing, and I believe what I'm doing, but I should be able to answer all those questions. And then I believe the Holy Spirit gave me an in, because it seemed as though it was a defeat. And then he said, for instance, you know what happened to Saul? And he said, if I have my own way to Damascus experience, then maybe I'll be a Christian. And I believe the Holy Spirit gave me an in then. And because as soon as he said that, I said, interesting. I said, if we all experience Jesus the way Saul experienced it, I think it would be a bit too dramatic. Because, and then he seems to have a little idea of the story, but he didn't know the full story. Right. So I told him, because we've actually shared it here, the apostle has shared it here with us in church. I told him about the experience and how the light that came from Jesus blinded Saul as a result of it, and how he had to be prayed for his eyes to be opened. I said, if every Christian have that experience before they give their hearts to God, I think it's a bit too dramatic. I said, all you need to do, and then I got the opportunity to talk about John 3:16 and Matthew 11:28, where Jesus says, come unto me, all you that labor and are heavy laden. Now, this is such a great testimony for me, because we were able to have communication on an intellectual level, and though he seemed as though he had defeated me, but I was able to plant the seed of God's word. Amen. It was because at the end of the day, he started to, he wanted to know a bit more, but then we're short of time. So I said to him that I called him my name. I said, I know that the words we've had, the conversation we've had today will not leave you for a long time. And I know that you will come to know Jesus as much as I've known him. One other thing was, I talked about the power of prayer and how I struggled with smoking. As I told him, I said he also struggled with smoking. So we shared an experience, and I said to him, all I did was call upon God, and He answered me, and He's delivered me. I have no urge for it anymore.
Wow.
And he was like, "Whoa, okay." He said, and then one of his arguments was why. I mean, that could be attributed to an alien that has come up with a recipe for. I said no. I said it will be immoral of us, and you agree with me, for me to call up to try anything it has in several things, try and get rid of smoking. But then when I called upon God, He answered me, and then I attributed it to something else. He said, "Oh yeah, he agrees." And so I said to him that I believe that the words that we've spoken today will not depart from you.
Amen.
And that you will come to know Jesus as much as I have known Him.
Amen.
And I said, I'll keep praying for him. So it was a wonderful experience. Amen.
Yeah.